Hi, folks. I'm Mr. McCachran, and I'm teaching, geez, my eyes are bugging out. Whew. I'm teaching your students English language arts this semester. It's going to be a different semester, as you know, with coronavirus or COVID, such an omnipresent part of our lives. Sorry if I'm awkward on camera. So I just thought I would go over. I've been instructed to tell you that some of the outcomes have been truncated or shortened this year because the focus is very much on having the kids enjoying being in school, staying healthy. Still, definitely the emphasis in English language arts is on literacy, reading and writing, viewing, responding, basically learning some paragraph structure, some essay writing skills, group work as much as we can with social distancing, and essentially it's going to be status quo for other years, but definitely it seems like it's going to be a year with more of a focus on building relationships as opposed to specific outcomes to the degree that we've seen in the past decade. In terms of the grade 10s, we are about to begin our short story unit. We'll do 6 to 7 short stories, as we will in grade 11. With the grade 10s, I'm going to do the play of The Diary of Anne Frank. With the grade 11s, I'm going to be doing the play of A Raisin in the Sun, which is an American classic. The novel we're going to be doing with the grade 10s will be The Giver, which is a very nice modern dystopian novel, which very much relates to societal control, like what we're seeing these days with all our new rules and regulations. So there's definite parallels to our current situation. The other novel for the grade 11s, we're either going to do Animal Farm or A Lesson Before Dying, or a story about the Holocaust called Night. I haven't decided with the grade 11s whether we're doing a class novel yet or literacy circles, or not literacy, literature circles, where they work collaboratively through a novel. So that's a decision to come. In terms of Shakespeare, with the grade 10s, we will be looking at Julius Caesar. With the grade 11s, we'll be looking at the classic Romeo and Juliet, which the students tend to always love. Julius Caesar is more of a historical type thing that perhaps isn't as easily relatable as Romeo and Juliet, but it is quite a good classic, and the film with Marlon Brando in it is wonderful. And we're going to do some media studies. They're going to learn about biases in media and also techniques that are used, like ethos, appealing to the audience's ethics, logos, appealing to your sense of logic, and pathos, appealing to your emotions. Finally, we'll be doing a poetry unit, and I know a lot of young people say, oh, I don't like poetry. It's like a stereotypical response, but if they like songs and they like music, chances are they like poetry. And I try to choose accessible poetry for them that they can easily relate to the metaphors and the similes and the personification and the beautiful figurative language. So this is my 29th year teaching. I've enjoyed it my whole career. I've been I started my career at Graham Creighton. No, I'm lying. I started my career at Cole Harbour High. Then in 94, 95, they created AUBURN as a high school that split off of Cole Harbour High. And that was my final year at Cole Harbour High. Then I went to Graham Creighton for 3 years. Then I went to Newcastle, England for a year on a teaching exchange. Then I went to Prince Andrew High School for 10, Lockview High School for 8, 1 year at Citadel. The traffic was a deterrent getting over the bridge, but the kids at Citadel were wonderful. Then I did the last 2 years at the brand new high school, Island View in Eastern Passage. But I'm sole caregiver for my 91-year-old father, and I found the early hours there, being in my classroom at 7:40, worked against that responsibility. So I transferred here to Auburn. I have 3 or 4 years left. I still love teaching, and I think my eyes look really buggy in this video. But nonetheless, that's curriculum night. I went over by a minute of what you would usually hear, I think. So long story short, I think we'll have a really good year. Here I am without my glasses. My eyes are very buggy today. Okay, so if you have any questions, my email is cmaceachren, MACEACHERN @hrce.ca or cmaceachren@gnspes.ca. So I've enjoyed your students so far. Everything's great. We're off to a good year. The masks, for the most part, have been utilized by everybody. And we tend to have these long classes, but we do get a break. And I tend to get out with them for fresh air for 10 or 15 minutes. So if you ever need to get a hold of me, send me an email. And thank you for listening. And I apologize for my eyes looking so strange. Maybe it's just me, but there's something about the glare. Anyhow, have a good year, folks. Stay safe. Let's hope that we only have had one wave. Let's hope that's all we get. See you later.